How's everyone doing? This is Mctots, and I am back with more from the depths. Last time, we built this pretty interesting ship, which is pretty decent. We should probably give this gun more motor-driven barrels because it cannot aim very high, or elevation. I can't remember. Motor-driven allows you to go more or less left or right, I believe, which they don't have that much of that either. Wow, not very good. The problem is we have a lot of regular barrels on it, and they decrease from that. So what we should do is go, where is it stopping motor driven? Let's go to custom cannons and add more motor drivens. After we mirror, of course. And then after that, let's add a couple recoil suppression. Now let's test it out. Ah, much better. Oh, so much better. Okay, now I can actually do some damage. These are all AI controlled, and we, like I said, are going to venture off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the map after I sit in my chair. In my very slow ship. Do I have enough metal yet to grab like one big propeller? I almost do. Let's just wait a couple seconds. Give this thing a little bit more speed, because right now it's very slow. I'm going to throw water, boat propeller, huge propeller. Boom. Now that will make a huge difference, I think, I hope. Let's see. Yeah, now we're going 5 miles an hour, so that's awesome. We're going to go to the map, and we're actually going to pull all of our things. So how the game works is, I forgot I still haven't destroyed my raft. You can have like many ships, but you don't have them all loaded in at once. That'd be like way too much. So like my resource gathering ship, it's gonna keep on gathering resources even though it's not really in play, as long as it stays in the resource zone. But I'm gonna take this, I think, which vehicle? I should name it. Is that the one I'm on? Let's warp to it. And then load it in. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm going to name this vehicle really quick. How do I do that again? How do I do that? I know somebody's yelling at their screen. I know I've done it before. You know what? I just remembered. It's this way. Rename. What should we name this ship? Tots 1 point. Oh, you can do points. Tots 1. Sure, it's something. All right, we got Tots 1 on here, which is cool. We're gonna go back to pulling all. And is that the vehicle? I thought I just named this. Did I name the wrong vehicle? Let's move it out of here. Tots 1. Oh, it's the fleet. I'm dumb. I named the fleet. So let's redo that. Rename vehicle to Tots. Not tit. Tots 1. Sign name. Beautiful. Now on the map it should say Tots 1. Perfect. So we're gonna give this thing a course. You can basically by selecting the vehicle and then right clicking, I can sign a line for it to follow, so it will start going. Apparently backwards. Oh yeah, there's a way you can change the orientation of the ship. There we go, like that. I think. Yeah, I'm actually facing the right way now. And we'll venture off until we find something. So there's like a bunch of other factions into the game. And so right now we are pretty much good with everyone except for the deep water guard. They don't like us, and they have good reason because we're gonna go invade their territory. That's us. Everyone else is suspicious, but they won't attack us unless we start probably getting into their territory. But right off the map, pretty much this area is the deep water guard. So let's get our ship moving, and then I might cut until I find something interesting. Like Right now, basically what we're looking for is either resource zones or a battle. So I guess I'll just wait until one of those things happen. Alright, I'm back. Haven't found anything yet. You can still see our resource zone in the distance. But I have a fear that we're just going to get our butts handed to us in a fight. So what I'm thinking is about adding maybe some missiles. Might not be a bad idea. Because, well, to be honest, our two cannons, which are decent, they're not the best. And I'm kind of scared. We don't have that much metal is the problem. And all this stuff costs a decent amount of metal. What I might do is I might add a missile on top on a like a rotating block. So what we want to do is we want to do a new object, 360 turret, and we'll put a turret down like that. And on top of the turret, then we will put our wood blocks. Oh, we want a mirror. Like so. We might change that, I don't know. That's a start. And then from there we're gonna put a local weapons controller with a failsafe. And mirroring when I don't want to be. And a wireless receiver. And then on top of that, or maybe in front, we want the missiles and torpedoes. We want a missile controller. And I want identify friend or foe, which will attach to customized missile to stop, to stop heat-seeking and sonar missiles targeting friendly units. So that's kind of important. And then stagger fire, which will add a delay between shots. Oh, the failsafe, I never really explained what it does. It kind of just makes sure you have a clean line of sight, I believe. Make sure the best of the ability, the weapon has a clear line of sight before firing. So that's kind of important too. And in front of the missile controller, we want to have 6-way connectors, like so. And I know this is probably going to cost a lot of metal, so I don't know. And some missile launch pads. For now, I'm just going to do the bottom row, because I don't know if I even have enough metal to do that. And I wanted to go 5 out. Which, like I said, once again, we'll see how well that goes. So close. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each missile you block, you adds more components you can add to your missile. I already have a pre-loaded 5-block one that I really like, and we will assign to all. What this does is it has a fragmentation warhead instead of an explosive warhead, and what the fragmentation does, it kind of explodes. And if you have a really controlled explosion like I do, whereas the 9.3 instead of like a really wide explosion, it does a lot of damage. So that's a start to a decent system. And then things like fins allow the missile to turn faster, the fuel tanks give it distance, and the thruster gives it speed. The one turn allows it to turn once towards the direction of the enemy, and the proximity fuse makes it explode before it hits. An infrared seeker finds the enemy. It's really complicated, but you start to learn it. Now let's armor this thing up a little bit. It's gonna look really funny, just having like a giant rotating wood thing on top of our base, but the missiles are actually really important. I think early on, more so. And then how do I want to do this? Like you saw, we made room to add more missiles. Not the best design, looking wise, but it's pretty decent for firing. Let's see. Nice. So we have our AI is on. I'm gonna get off of controlling this thing, And the cool thing about the 360 block thing here is that it can turn all the way around. So like unlike these ones which are locked, which we could have put these on 360, but I don't know. I don't like to sometimes with these turrets early on, especially on a small ship, because it can kind of cause it to fall over. But these will be nice because then we can aim the missiles towards the enemy. All right. Well, let me check how much recording I have done, and then I'll decide if I need to go any further. Unfortunately, we're right at the edge of the 10 minutes, and like I said, it takes forever to upload videos, so I'm going to cut it here. Next episode, I promise, we'll get into a fight, and hopefully win. After all this, I hope. Imagine if we lost. Alright, well, until next time.